Shifting our focus now, Pope Francis is all set to overhaul the Vatican. He has issued a new constitution that took nearly 10 years in the making. The 54-page constitution specifies that baptized lay Catholics, including women, can now lead departments. Interestingly, these departments were traditionally headed by cardinals, but the Department for Bishops and the Department for the Clergy will now remain headed by men because only men can be priests in the Catholic Church. Pope Francis has also merged some offices. He has created a new office to also oversee charity efforts and set up a new order of importance. The new text is titled Radicate Evangelium, meaning proclaiming the gospel. It increases institutional efforts to protect minors, this by incorporating the People's Clergy Abuse Commission into the Church's government. Signed by Pope Francis on Saturday, the new constitution will go into effect from the 5th of June. It will replace the Charter Bonus or Good Shepherd introduced by Pope John Paul II in 1988. The Vatican bureaucracy, known as the Roman Curia, governs a church of 1.3 billion faithful, reforming the out-of-touch beliefs of the Roman Curia. It was at the heart of Pope Francis' election in 2013. Drafted by top cardinals chosen by the Pope, the document was released on the 9th anniversary of his installation. It clearly states that the Pope, bishops and other ordained ministers are not the only evangelizers in the Church, and that's why Catholic laymen and lay women will have roles of government and responsibility. The Pope can appoint any Catholic he considers qualified to lead a Vatican office, including lay Catholics. Their familiarity and with family life and social reality, it is now being seen as an advantage for the Church's reformation. Moreover, Pope Francis has made a tradition to hammer the leaders of Roman Curia, usually during Christmas time address. He has denigrated the Vatican hierarchy for a host of sins. These include the Roman Curia's greed for power and status, and that is why the timing of the Vatican's overhaul is key. The past decade has found the Roman Curia mired in intrigue, scandal and corruption. It was the culture of secrecy that helped the Church mask the clerical sexual abuse of minors. In 2021, a damning inquiry found that about 216,000 children, mostly boys, had been sexually abused by the French Catholic Church clergy since 1950. In fact, many accusations have dated back to the 1950s. Molestation by priests grabbed headlines in the 1980s in the United States and Canada. In the 1990s, stories began emerging from Argentina, Australia, many other countries. In 1995, the Archbishop of Vienna in Austria stepped down amid sexual abuse allegations rocking the Church. But it was determined reportage of America's Boston Globe newspaper that exposed pedophile priests and their lack of accountability. The issue was even captured in a 2015 film, Spotlight. In 2019, for the first time, the Vatican acknowledged a secret document that guidelines for priests who father children. The Vatican has also been mired in corruption cases. In 2013, the Catholic Church made a multi-million-dollar investment in a luxury London building that remains at the heart of a fraud and embezzlement trial underway in the Vatican's criminal tribunal. In 2020, Giovanni Angelo Beccio, the most senior Vatican official, he was charged with financial crime. The Italian cardinal embezzled close to $118,000 from the Vatican to fund a charity controlled by his brother. In fact, the Roman Catholic Church has a long history of controversies. In the 15th and 16th centuries, the Renaissance popes bribed their way into office. They openly kept mistresses and families and appointed young nephews as cardinals. And in the last few decades, Pope Francis' predecessor, Pope Benedict, was also accused of failing to protect children and suppressing investigations. One reason why Pope Francis called for decisive action when he was elected in 2013. However, critics say he too has not done enough. But now, with Pope Francis introducing a landmark reform, there's new hope for the faithful Catholic. WION is now available in your country. Download the app now. Get all the news on the move.